Welcome to Sports Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of athletic icons. Today, we're going to explore the remarkable story of Red Auerbach, the legendary coach, general manager, and architect of the Boston Celtics dynasty. Auerbach's name is synonymous with excellence, innovation, and a winning mentality that transformed the NBA. As we embark on this biographical journey, get ready to discover the intricacies of a man who not only shaped the game, but also left an indelible mark on American sports culture. Born on September 20, 1917, in Brooklyn, New York, Arnold Jacob Red Auerbach was the son of Jewish immigrant parents, Hyman and Marie Auerbach. His father, a tailor, had emigrated from Russia, while his mother hailed from Romania. The Auerbach family resided in a modest apartment in the Williamsburg neighborhood, where young Red grew up surrounded by the sights, sounds, and smells of a vibrant ethnic community. The early 20th century was a time of great social change, with millions of immigrants pouring into American cities, seeking a better life. This melting pot environment would later influence Auerbach's cosmopolitan outlook and ability to connect with people from diverse backgrounds. As we walk through the streets of Brooklyn, we can almost hear the sounds of children playing stickball, the smell of freshly baked bread wafting from the local bakery, and the cacophony of languages being spoken on every corner. It was in this dynamic environment that Red Auerbach developed his love for sports, particularly basketball. He would often watch games at the local YMCA, mesmerized by the athleticism and teamwork on display. His parents, though not athletic themselves, encouraged his interest in physical activity, recognizing its value in shaping character and discipline. Auerbach's early life was marked by a strong work ethic, as he helped his father with tailoring tasks and learned the importance of attention to detail. This trait would serve him well in his future coaching career, where meticulous preparation and strategic planning became hallmarks of his success. As Red himself once said, "I learned how to be a winner from my father. He taught me that if you want to succeed, you have to put in the work." These words would become a mantra for Auerbach throughout his life, as he instilled this same work ethic into his players and staff. Growing up during the Great Depression, Red witnessed firsthand the economic hardships faced by many American families. His own family struggled to make ends meet, with his father's tailoring business experiencing fluctuations in demand. These experiences instilled in Auerbach a sense of resilience, resourcefulness, and empathy for those facing adversity, qualities that would later define his relationships with players and inform his coaching philosophy. Auerbach's educational journey began at the local public schools, where he excelled academically and athletically. He attended Eastern District High School, a melting pot of ethnicities and cultures, which further broadened his perspectives on life. It was during this period that Red developed a deep affection for basketball, a sport that was still in its formative stages. He played on the school team, honing his skills and learning the fundamentals of the game from coaches who emphasized teamwork, discipline, and sportsmanship. The 1920s and 1930s saw a surge in popularity for basketball, with the formation of professional leagues like the American Basketball League, ABL, and the National Basketball League, NBL. These developments created new opportunities for talented players and coaches, paving the way for Auerbach's eventual rise to prominence. The sports world was also witnessing the emergence of iconic figures like Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, who dominated the headlines with their incredible feats on the field. The sports world, too, was undergoing significant changes, with the introduction of new technologies, like radio broadcasts, which brought games to a wider audience. His journey, though still in its nascent stages, would eventually intersect with some of the most pivotal moments in American sports history, leaving an indelible mark on the game of basketball and beyond. As Red Auerbach's educational journey progressed, he attended George Washington University, where the sound of squeaking sneakers and the smell of freshly waxed floors filled the air of the basketball court. It was during this period that he began to formulate his coaching philosophy, which emphasized teamwork, discipline, and strategic play, a symphony of movement and coordination that would become the hallmark of his future success. Auerbach's experiences as a player and student coach at George Washington laid the foundation for his future triumphs, and he graduated in 1940 with a degree in education, ready to take on the world of professional basketball. As I reflect on Auerbach's early years, I am reminded of the words of the great poet, Robert Frost, who once said, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." For Auerbach, the road less traveled was the path of coaching. And it was a decision that would make all the difference in the world of basketball. His entry into professional basketball was marked by his appointment as the head coach of the Washington Capitals in 1946, a move that would set him on a trajectory to become one of the greatest coaches in NBA history. At just 28 years old, Auerbach became one of the youngest coaches in the league, and his innovative strategies, including the use of zone defenses and fast-break offenses, would soon earn him a reputation as a skilled tactician and motivator. During his 5-year tenure with the Capitals, Auerbach's teams consistently performed well, and he developed a keen eye for talent, often spotting players who possessed the intangible qualities that separated champions from mere mortals. As I spoke with Auerbach during our many conversations, I was struck by his unwavering commitment to his coaching philosophy, which emphasized the importance of teamwork, adaptability, and strategic play. He would often say, "A team is like a fine orchestra. Each player must know their role and work together in harmony to create something beautiful." This philosophy would serve him well as he moved to the Tri-Cities Blackhawks as their head coach in 1950, albeit for a brief stint. But it was his move to the Boston Celtics in 1950 that would prove to be the defining moment of his career. Auerbach's arrival in Boston coincided with the emergence of Bob Cousy, a talented point guard who would become a cornerstone of the Celtics dynasty. Together, Auerbach and Cousy formed a powerful partnership that would yield unprecedented success as they wove a tapestry of triumph that would be remembered for generations to come. The 1950s were a time of great change in America, and the NBA was no exception. Auerbach's coaching philosophy, which emphasized teamwork, adaptability, and strategic play, played a significant role in the team's success as they navigated the ever-changing landscape of professional basketball. As Bill Russell, the Celtics' legendary center, once observed, "Red had a way of making you feel like you were part of something special, something bigger than yourself." This ability to connect with his players and inspire them to perform at their highest level was a hallmark of Auerbach's coaching style. As the Celtics dynasty continued to thrive, Auerbach's impact on the game extended beyond his own team. He introduced innovative strategies and tactics that influenced coaches throughout the league, such as defensive switching, which became a staple of modern basketball. His emphasis on player development helped to raise the overall level of play in the NBA, as he encouraged his players to push themselves to new heights. The 1960s were a time of great social change in America, and the NBA was not immune to these shifts. Auerbach played a significant role in promoting racial integration in basketball, as he actively sought out and developed talented African-American players like Bill Russell, K.C. Jones, and Sam Jones. His commitment to creating a merit-based team, regardless of race or ethnicity, helped to break down barriers and pave the way for future generations of players. As I reflect on Auerbach's legacy, I am reminded of the words of the great civil rights leader, Martin Luther King Jr., who once said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." Auerbach stood tall during a time of great challenge and controversy, using his platform to promote equality and justice. As the Celtics dynasty entered its final years, Auerbach continued to innovate and adapt, introducing new players and strategies to maintain the team's competitive edge. The 1965-1966 season, which saw the Celtics win their 8th consecutive championship, marked the culmination of Auerbach's coaching career in Boston. Though he would go on to serve as the team's general manager and later as a consultant, his legacy as a coach was already secure, and his influence on the game of basketball would be felt for decades to come. The incomparable Red Auerbach, a luminary whose impact on the world of basketball still resonates deeply, like the faint scent of cigar smoke wafting through the hallowed halls of the Boston Garden. As his coaching career came to a close, Auerbach seamlessly transitioned into the role of general manager for the Celtics, where he continued to weave his magic from behind the scenes. His keen eye for talent, honed over decades of observing the game's nuances, allowed him to assemble a roster that would go on to win 2 more championships in the 1960s. This was no mere coincidence. Auerbach's legacy as a master builder of teams was cemented during this period, as he demonstrated an uncanny ability to identify and develop talented young players, while also making savvy trades and draft picks to bolster the team's lineup. His ability to build strong relationships with players and coaches was a hallmark of his leadership style, one that fostered a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose within the organization. He was the consummate player's coach, always willing to lend a listening ear or offer words of encouragement when needed. This approach paid dividends on the court, as his teams consistently performed at a high level, driven by a collective sense of purpose that transcended individual ego. The 1970s and 1980s saw Auerbach continue to shape the Celtics' destiny from the front office, overseeing the development of new talent and guiding the team through a period of transition. He was instrumental in bringing players like Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish to Boston, a triumvirate that would form the nucleus of a dominant team. Auerbach's leadership during this era was characterized by his unwavering commitment to excellence, as well as his willingness to adapt to an ever-changing landscape. He was a true pioneer, always seeking innovative ways to improve his team and stay ahead of the curve. As Auerbach entered his later years, he was widely recognized for his contributions to the sport. In 1980, he was named the NBA's Executive of the Year, a fitting tribute to his tireless efforts behind the scenes. The Celtics organization, too, honored Auerbach with numerous awards and accolades, including the dedication of a statue in his honor outside the TD Garden. This poignant tribute serves as a reminder of Auerbach's profound influence on the franchise, a legacy that continues to inspire generations of players, coaches, and fans. His commitment to excellence, his passion for teamwork, and his dedication to making a positive impact on the world around him are values that continue to resonate deeply with people of all ages and backgrounds. Auerbach's story serves as a powerful reminder that true greatness is not solely the domain of individual talent, but rather the result of collective effort and a shared sense of purpose. As he so eloquently put it, "I've always believed that the key to success is not just about individual talent, but about how well people work together towards a common goal." These words, spoken with characteristic humility, encapsulate the essence of Auerbach's philosophy, one that continues to inspire and motivate us to this day. Red Auerbach passed away on October 28, 2006, at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and influence the world of basketball. His impact on the game extends far beyond his own team or era, as he helped shape the modern NBA through his innovative coaching strategies, his commitment to player development, and his tireless advocacy for racial integration and social justice. Today, Auerbach is remembered as one of the greatest coaches and executives in sports history, a true pioneer who left an indelible mark on the game he loved. As we strive to build stronger teams, foster greater collaboration, and create a more just and equitable society, we would do well to draw on the wisdom and example of Red Auerbach. His life serves as a powerful reminder that our individual talents, no matter how great, are merely a starting point. It is what we do with those talents, and how we choose to work together towards a common goal, that ultimately determines our true potential. So let us heed the lessons of Red Auerbach, a giant in the world of sports, and continue to strive for greatness, both on and off the court. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.